This is a list of things a forger would not have known to use in the Middle Ages, in the 13th, 14th century. So they would not use high energy radiation to create the image. They would not use any, they would just use paint of some sort to make this. They didn't. That is the biggest red flag for me. These forgeries were common. All of them used paint. People believed it, even with paint. You wouldn't have to go through the efforts of trying to create radiation oxidation on the surface of the image. That wouldn't have happened. You would not have known to create the photo image of it. You wouldn't have known to create 3D-dimensional information into it. Why would they have tried to do that? They would have just made it look realistic. And instead, there is body dysmorphia that matches death and crucifixion. They would not have done that. They would have made it more artistically. There's no artistical flourishes. So in that time period, people thought that the nails were driven into the hands. If you look at stigmatas, that's a common side effect from the medieval time period, is that they knew, or they thought, that nails went into the hands. We know now that it went into the wrist bone because that actually supports it. Medieval forgeries would have put the nail mark in the hand. If they were faking the blood, they would have just put it in the hand. They would not have put it in the wrist. So this doesn't match what they knew about the cross at that time period. And there's also no idealized features. He's not handsome. He doesn't have a halo. So the Gothic or interpretative features that you would expect during this time period, you don't see. Not only that, the blood flow patterns are consistent with Roman crucifixion. You wouldn't get that. You wouldn't get post-mortem and pre-mortem blood. You wouldn't get the use of actual human blood. That's kind of insane. You wouldn't get the blood of a torture victim. That's more insane. Imagine a forger, in order to create this with the knowledge that we have now of it, he would have had to torture a man who had AB positive blood, so a rare man, and then use his blood on the shroud before he made the image. So you would have to torture a man, collect his blood, and then cause him to be dehydrated as well. It's not just torture, but it's dehydration and torture. And then use that blood on the shroud and then make the image on top of that. And the image would have to be superficial, 50 times thinner than paper. Now, also things that they would not have used. They would not have used Jewish measurements in the cloth. Just outright, they wouldn't use cubits. They would not have used the 3-in-1 herringbone pattern or the invisible weave. They would not have used linen. They would have used cotton or wool. It would not line up with the Sardium of Avedo, and it would not have pollen or rock mineral from Jerusalem. All of that together, no forger would have known to create. It's circular reasoning to think that, oh, because we know about it today, they could have done it then. They couldn't have. They didn't know about it. They would not have had the inkling to be able to do it to begin with, which is crazy. So all of that put together, this very well could be the face of Jesus Christ, our God and our Savior.